Hi, everyone. Now we're on the chapter 11, and we are dealing with payroll. So in chapter 11, we are going to run a payroll app, load information, and work through the payroll aspect of Quickbooks. So we're going to first begin here by loading the core payroll app. Now it says it is going to default to the current date. And so it's going to be a little different than what we've done in the past. I do not believe we're going to be able to work ahead on this. We're going to gather information, and we're going to start with the payroll. So I'm going to select the payroll here and see what I need to do to get the ball rolling. Let's see here, payroll. And payroll, based on these, we recommend that. But it looks like I see it correctly. Select payroll, get started. Follow the on-screen prompts to complete the information requested. Complete federal and state W-4 form. The W-4 form provides the employer with the employee's withholding information, pay rate, schedule, hire dates, and we then will look at the different pay schedules, how we can pay, and information we need regarding the federal and the state. So those of you that are not familiar with the W-4 form, many of you would have filled it out when you have had a job. They have changed over the years. The new one is much easier in the manner in which you fill it out. We are going to, within QuickBooks, pay taxes to the various agencies, view payroll forms, and work through some different examples of payroll. There are various forms that are paid, are sent in monthly, quarterly, annually, and so this chapter will give you the information regarding that. So we'll go to the QuickBooks. In the section that follow, we're going to use a program called Core Payroll App. Select Payroll, Employees, Get Started. So if I'm in here, what happened to my, I'm going to get in here, Payroll, Employees, and then, based on these recommendations, it looked like we were able to get started with this core. So it looks like try it for 30 days. We're able to use it for 30 days. Okie doke. I'm just going to have to launch this book again because I lost it's on another area. Okay, so we'll go there. We'll try this core. Select core, our simplest solution for reliable automated payroll. The payroll overview page appears. The Welcome to QuickBooks Payroll Overview tab is selected, and we click Get Started. Okay, so after selecting Get Started, when have you paid employees in 2023 appears, and or have you, we're going to say no. Read the information on your screen, click Next. When is your next payday appears. I'm going to say no. We're thrilled to have you here. Answer, no. When is your next payday? The payroll app was downloaded for her on Monday, September 27th of 2021. The author's first payday is Friday, October 1st. Depending on when you start payroll, your day may differ. The paychecks shown in Chapter 11 are for October 2021. Your payday is not the same. So we will use, if you're loading it on the same day I am here, I'm going to use the payday for a Friday. Write down your first payday because you'll use it later. After selecting Next, what's the primary work location page appears. It shows the business name, the business address. We are going to show as 2905 East Skyline Drive. So for my next payroll, I'm going to show it to be Friday the 28th. I click Next. The Skyline Drive is what we're going to have. The primary work location. Let's just keep going, scroll down here. After Next, type the business phone number, 520-555-5555. 520-555-5555. Put in your name. How have you run payroll? I believe we're going to say I've never run payroll. Who's your payroll contact? You'll put that in. You're going to click I've never run payroll. So we will say I've never run payroll and go to Next. Add your first employee here. Select Add Employee. As of this writing, these fields are shown. Due to updates, the sequence of steps may change. So our new employee is Bryce McClure. So we will add an employee, Bryce MC CLURE. Okay. Employee self setup, turn off. So we will turn that off. The employee is not going to set it up on their own. Personal information, birth date, May 11th, 2000. So we'll enter information here. Birth date, May 11, 2000. May 11, 2000. Street address, 103 East Alameda Street. Tucson, I'm assuming is what that is. We're going to select a social security number, 213-01-2244, 213-01-2244. Confirm it, 213-01-2244. Okay. We'll select gender male. Now we'll go to tax withholding and select edit. So gender, I did not put in male. Gender male. Okay, as we move down, tax withholding, we're going to edit. When did you hire Bruce? We're going to select 2022 or late, 2020 or later, and then it asks us, what are Bryce's withholdings? Filing status, select single or married, filing separate. So we're going to just select single or married, filing separate. Click yes. Has Bryce marked this box on their W-4? Select yes, and claim dependents, accept the default for 0. So step 2C, we're going to click yes, and we're going to click show the zeros for the others. Then, state withholding, select 0.8% additional amount to withhold, shows 0. State tax, exemptions, no change. So, filing status for Arizona, we can't select 0.8%. So we're going to just select 1% here because we can't do that. It doesn't give us that option. No change, exemptions, no change, except default. What are Bryce's withholdings? So you see what we're going to do. Tax exemptions are unchecked. Payment method. Click Start, accept the default for paper, and click Save. These are not common. Certain government criteria for you to tax exemptions. Excuse me, let me. All the tax exemptions are unchecked, so we did not check those. Okay. Now moving on, payment method, it said to create paper, then employment details, click Start, status active is shown, hire date, click on the calendar, for the hire date select a Monday, so that the pay date is Friday of that week. So we're going to pay types. Let's just see what they want us to do here. For hire date, select a Monday. Payment method, employment details. So that's pay types. Okay, I guess I got ahead of myself here. Pay types, select Start. It wants us to figure at rate of 15 an hour, 8 hours per day, 5 days per week. So we'll say $15 per hour, 8 hours a day, 5 days per week. How much do you want to pay, Bryce? Hourly. Deductions and contributions, click Start and click Done. Scroll through, click Done. Then, when the Arizona Required Workman's Comp Insurance for Employers appears, click I'm already covered. Compare your setup tasks to here. So, as we move on here, save that. Deductions and contributions. There's nothing there. We should be done here. Okay, let's see what we have to do for employment details. Employment details. Let's get down to job specifics. Active. Hire date, I'm going to say is this Monday. Pay schedule, add a pay schedule. Add a pay schedule, then choose to pay Bryce. Screen appears, pay every week. When you select a Monday hire date, the next pay date is a Friday of that week. End of the next pay period, click on the next Friday. Pay schedule, name every Friday. So every week, in the next period, every Friday. Looks like we're good here. Okay. And I think we're good. Okie doke. Workers' comp is required in Arizona. I believe I have to say we already have that. Let me see where that was. Scroll through, one down, continue setup. The transaction for paying Bryce is shown below. Since paychecks are issued on Friday, enter the Friday date for a full week of earnings, Monday through Friday. The author's date is October 1st. Your month and day are going to differ. Friday issue check number 1118 to Bryce McClure for 40 regular hours of total pay, $600. Net pay is $484.73. So we'll go over here and we're going to run payroll. And paper check, 40 hours, $600. To run payroll every Friday, page appears. The pay from field shows checking and its balance. Your pay period and pay date are also shown. McClure Bryce is checked. Pay method is paper. Regular hours is 40 and total pay is $600. Okay. Select Preview Payroll. The Review and Submit page appears. As of this writing, the net pay is $484.73. Due to the month and year you downloaded, your net pay may differ. So we're going to preview it. Preview the payroll. Now our numbers are going to be a little different. Then we're going to submit the payroll. Payroll is done. Okay. Now it told us we want to use check number 1118. This check number will be 1118. And we're going to finish our payroll. Okay. Then select Finish Payroll, and then it's going to ask us Set Up Taxes Now. Then we go to Setup. For Setup Tasks, in the Fill in Your Tax Information, click Start. Tell us your General Business Info page. Select Next. Okay. On the Give Us Your Federal Tax Information page, please complete these fields. Employer identification. So we'll go to fill in our information. Next, the payroll ID employee number 8623112222. And we're going to use the 941 form. How often do you pay your taxes? We're going to say quarterly. And then we'll go to Next. Let's add your Arizona tax information. We're going to withhold, select monthly, and then our unemployment insurance, we're going to type in that number. So we're going to withholding, we're going to select monthly, the unemployment number, 2386-1233. 2386-1233. 2386-1233. Do you know your unemployment UI rate? Zero for both fields. So we're just going to put in 0. Okay. And we're done. Okay. Okay. As we move on, when payroll is set up and an employee is added, QuickBooks automatically creates default accounts for the payroll liabilities and the expenses. Follow these steps to add account numbers for those accounts. So we are going to go to the chart of accounts and we're going to edit and add these numbers. So we're going to go to my accountant, I believe it is. Where is it? Accounting, chart of accounts. Okay. For batch edit, we'll click the pencil and we will add some numbers here. Okay, so we're going to add number 212 for payroll liabilities. So I'm going to go in here. I want to add Here's payroll liabilities, and we're going to add account number 212. For Arizona income tax, we're going to add account 214. For Arizona unemployment tax, it's going to be 216. For federal taxes, it's going to be 220. Federal unemployment, 222. Payroll expense, 801. Here we go, 801. For taxes, 803, and wages, 805. Taxes, 803, and wages, 805. We're going to save those so we have them in here. Okay. Subscription status. Select Gear, Accounts and Settings, Billing and Subscription. The QuickBooks Online Payroll Core area shows that your trial period ends in 30 days. Close the Account and Settings page. I think we're good there. Okay, moving on. Select Taxes, Payroll Tax. The QuickBooks Online Payroll area shows your trial, but close the Account and Settings page. Oh, I get it. I'm going to close this one. Close the Chart of Accounts page. Okay, maybe we go back to payroll. Okay, the QuickBooks core area shows it ends in 30 days. Tax payments. Select Taxes, Payroll Tax. So we'll go here. Taxes. We'll go to Payroll Tax. The Taxes page appears. Upcoming tax payments are listed. Review the upcoming tax amounts. Your payment status amounts and due dates may differ. Depending on when you started the payroll app, dates and amounts are automatically generated. Your upcoming tax payment dates will not be the same as they show here. So to go to recent transactions, you click on the hourglass, drill down on paycheck, check 1118. Payroll check 1118 appears. So theirs shows this. Ours isn't going to show that. Ours is going to be a little different. But here you can see the various details that we're looking at with the payroll check. I clicked on that payroll check, and here you see the breakdown of the total pay and of the net pay. Okay. I wish I could break it down more. Let's see what I can do. Payroll or taxes, payroll taxes. So it's telling us what taxes are going to be due soon. As we move on here, after adding account numbers for the payroll liabilities and expenses, let's look at Bryce McClure's first paycheck. Go to Reports, type and select Journal, type the date of the paycheck. Some of your debits and credits may look different. So we'll go to Reports, and we'll go to Journal. And I believe the paycheck was going to be on April 28th. Journal. Let's just look at April 28th, 2023. I'm going to have to say April 28th, 2023. Okay, so here you'll see the paycheck. You'll see the breakdown of the gross, the cash, the various taxes that are being withheld. Okay. Figure 1119 shows the pay period. Ours is going to differ. We take this journal regarding the pay period and export it to Excel and save it as a PDF. Now, we can go to Reports, type and select Paycheck History. Put a check mark in the box on the Pay Date row. Click to and print. So we're going to go to the Reports, type and select Paycheck History. So Reports, we can type Paycheck History. Okay. So, one, put a check mark in the box on the Pay Date row. So we'll put a box. Here. And put a check mark in the box in the Pay Date row. Click to for printing. So we're going to just go here and print. So here you see the pay. The paycheck and the detail. Okay. Save this as a Chapter 11 paycheck, and then you can close that. So let's select Payroll, Employees, and Run Payroll. We're going to run payroll for the next Friday. So we're going to go over here. We're going to go to Payroll, Employees. We're going to run payroll. Okay? Select your next pay period. Your pay date is shown. Since Paycheck 1118 was issued on October 1st, the next pay date field for them is October 8th. Mine's going to be May 5th. Regular hours is 40. Select Preview Payroll. So I'm going to go here. I don't want that. I'm just going to preview payroll because I'm checking on this next date. Preview payroll. So I want this next period. Okay, that's the one I'm going to preview. Okay. Select Submit Payroll, and we'll type in check 1119 in this box. So we'll submit payroll, and this check number is going to be 1119. And then we'll finish the payroll. Okay. Submit payroll. And I believe, let's see here, check 119. Finish payroll. Close the take payroll off your to-do list page. So we can finish our payroll. Okay. Now you can go through all the details here for the information about payroll, and you can create this do this exercise. You're going to sign into the company, complete 2 payroll transactions. So we've already done 2. You're going to create paychecks to Bryce for the 3rd and 4th weeks. You'll run the payroll for the 3rd Friday, and then you'll run the payroll for the 4th Friday, showing the check numbers. Then you'll go to the reports and use the data range. So if we started on April 28th, that was going to be the first paycheck. Then the second paycheck would be the 5th, the 3rd, the 12th, the 4th, the 19th. So know those dates. That's why they want you to know those dates. So look at the various checks. I know your income tax from Arizona is not going to be the same as she has, because we couldn't plug in that figure. So let that piece go. So work on this exercise, and I think we're good to go.